All right, so right to the right of me tonight is my dad actually, and we're gonna talk genre Blu-ray collecting tonight. Well, just Blu-ray and DVD collecting, genre stuff in general. And I'm not in my usual place, and hopefully you can hear me. Hey Corey, how's it going, man? Can you hear me good? Let me know that you can hear me because I don't have my usual mic. You can see I'm not mic'd, so I'm using a different way. So if you can hear me, let me know right away. So my my dad is here, so perfect, Thomas. Thanks. Over in the over there. Excellent. So what we're going to do tonight is my dad has a really unique collection that I'm pretty envious of. He's got some really cool, really good stuff. Hey, Kubrick lover, and we're going to be talking about that tonight. Now, before I go into any of that, I guess the news. Say hi.
Hello, folks.
The news tonight, I guess. Hey, Tommy. Andy, how's it going? So, is that there was the big Criterion sale? I didn't get anything from that. It's nearing my Christmas time. Well, my birthday time. It's Christmas to me. Birthday time. Aaron's birthday month. You know, it's Aaron's birthday month. Uh, but what we'll be doing is well, just had to mention that. So if you didn't see the half price Criterion sale, it's on right now. Check it out. The Bergman set, which I'm sure Dad's gonna be rushing to get because such a huge fan. Hey, Dave Katana. uh, you're sneaking over on the side there. You can come in, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to see if I can't read your people are talking to you, so I'm trying
Oh,
to see if I
okay.
can get you on this.
Just make sure that you mute it so that you don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, so Dad's trying to get the comments up there so we can actually see it. So what's my dad's favorite movie? That's a good question. What is your favorite movie? Like if you had to pick a favorite, like I can guess some, but I'm not quite sure if I know for sure what your favorite film is.
My God. Well, depending on the genre, I, you know,
Like, I know like, and I could be wrong, but also that one of your favorites is Night of the Hunter. Like that's what you remember you telling me like
yeah,
years ago. Uh, the African Queen. That's a good movie. So, if you had to pick like a favorite film noir and like a favorite, and it kind of like what would that be? What would you go for a favorite film noir? Well, I'll be honest with you. For me, it's Out of the Past with Robert Mitchum. I just really like that film.
oh God, so many films.
It's really hard. Like I'm going to be doing a list.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, it's a strange, strange film noir. Let me think. Let me think. Well, still Robert
oh,
Mitchum. He was my favorite actor.
awesomeness!
So Out of the Past is good. There's a dozen of them.
Welcome, say hello. Out of the Past, yeah, Out of the Past. Well, that's Jane Greer, right?
Yeah,
'Cause I'm not good with I.
yeah.
You guys know I forget names all the time, but I remember that movie. It just stood out to me. I need to do one on film noir down the road. My dad is kind of like what I know. A lot of stuff that I know, guys, from here comes from this guy. So my love of film collecting that comes from my dad. So what do you thought of Ryan's Daughter? Do you remember Ryan's Daughter?
Yeah, I like that too, but Robert Mitchum, no, it was Night of the Hunter. I like Cape
Hey, Mark.
Fear,
Cape Fear is incredible. The original.
and he did one with one called His Kind of Woman, which was it was great. Although Vincent Price stole the movie, but that's another one I liked a lot of.
That was actually mentioned a couple days ago when I was like looking at some sets. Somebody mentioned His Kind of Woman. Definitely a classic. See, this is how we're different here. See, I've got tea, and my dad, he's the cooler one. He's got the whiskey, so that's what he's sipping on right now. I picked out a few things from like his collection as well. I'm gonna grab some more that we can talk about, and I picked out some different stuff. So basically, some stuff I picked out just because I'm jealous that he's got some stuff in the collection. Now, see, Dad's got the computer right next to us, so basically, he can see and read like a lot better than I can on screen. That is sweet. Thank you, Cubic Lover. Now, this is neat. You said that you haven't watched this one yet. You picked it up. Uh, so, what really intrigued me about this movie, and I had to pick it up, I was looking through and I was trying to find stuff to bring out, like to show you guys. It was different. This is an archive one. This is on DVD. I think it's on Blu-ray too as well. But so This is a movie with Steve Reeves and what's that? Sandokan the Great. What's really kind of neat about this is it's directed by Umberto Lenzi. Uh, okay, so I honestly did not know that Steve Reeves and Umberto Lenzi got together to make films. Was this? Do you know if this is their own one?
Actually, I haven't watched it, so I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it's like I know Umberto Lenzi, you know, a lot for like the Italian, the genre stuff, and like for like you know for stuff like the you did Sweet Body Deborah stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I know him from that. Honestly, did not think you know Nightmare City, yeah, exactly. But I would not have said like, you know what, Steve Reeves and a tiger, that speaks Umberto Lenzi to me. So I just had to pull this one out because it just seemed like a really unique, really odd combination.
Strange because I bought it because I collect Steve Reeves movies.
Yeah. Did you even know the director on this one? It's
I
neat.
have, no, some of them I just bought to finish my collection. Because he's known mostly for Hercules movies, but he's done a Western and he's done a few other things. But I just want to complete it, so I picked that up.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to get. I'm gonna have to tell him and get this one now because that blows my mind. I would never have thought that. I've never put those two people together. It's
Yeah.
like if somebody said, you know, you see that Mark Wahlberg movie, you know, directed by Woody Allen. I just wouldn't have done that. Yeah, my dad's Canadian.
Got my Steve Reeves first movie, that was Ed Wood, so if he can
Yeah,
do it with Ed
what's-
Wood, he can do it in Umberto Lenzi.
Well, one has a better quality director than the other one. Though I don't think Ed Wood's as bad as people like to say. He's, you know, he just did things on a very low budget. So they asking if you're Canadian. I guess
No, I'm a Newfoundlander.
that's if any Canadians are in there, they will definitely get that joke. So I wanted to look at some different stuff, some weird stuff, and where the conversation goes from here, you guys decide because you know, family circus type of video. That's what we do. Next up is one that this is an actress that my dad used to talk about all the time, and this is Angela Mao. I guess Angela Mao Ying. Yeah, she's listed
Yeah,
here.
I'm not sure of her original name.
Normally she's listed as Angela Mao, like when I saw her. And this is the girl, like, of course, you know, for most guys will know her from Enter the Dragon. She's Bruce Lee's sister. Sister, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the beginning of Enter the Dragon. This actually is a really cool set. It was put up by Shout Factory. I don't know if this is available anymore, actually. If you guys can let me know, that'd be great. But super jealous of this one, Dad. Have you watched many on here yet? Like, have you...
I watched a few of them there, but
So there's like 5 altogether, no 6 altogether. There's got When Taekwondo Strikes,
that's a good one. That's one, the best ones on there.
the tournament.
Yeah.
Is that George Lazenby?
George Lazenby's in two of them. I forget which two now, but I know he's in two of them.
Stoner.
He's a
That's
stoner for sure.
The Himalayan, A Queen's Ransom, and Broken Oath. So you say that When Taekwondo Strikes would probably be the best one that you've seen so
or
far
for watching her fighting would be probably the best one.
for a fighting style.
Yeah.
So we got like a few like actors in it with her, like Jimmy Wang Yu, Sammo Hung is in the set as well. Yun Bo, who works a lot with Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Definitely does a lot of his stuff. And Carter Huang, who I don't really... Oh, he's in Big Trouble in Little China. I'm sad to say I don't remember who that is, but if anybody here
You'll know
wants
once
to
you see him.
elucidate me on that, they can definitely do that. Now, this one I had to bring up because you'll know why in a second. Because I didn't get this. This isn't the set that's out. This is the original set. So recently, Severin put out a set, like a Blu-ray set, and it was pretty awesome. Severin's been working recently a lot with something weird films. You're seeing a lot of their stuff, and so it's like I've seen like Vinegar Syndrome do something weird stuff too. I think that's where the Andy Milligan stuff is coming from.
Yeah.
But this set sold out to the point where I couldn't get it. And this isn't the Severin set. This is actually the original Something Weird set. So kind of interesting to see this one here. And you do have the other one as well. You've got the Tears a Man from
got that
Alpha
separately,
Video.
yeah.
From Alpha Video. But this is the original. I got to make sure there's no nudity and stuff on there. You got to be careful of these ones. So this is the original. Oh, that. Well, Dad just got Shudder tonight. Actually, I'm going to be checking that out with him later on. That's what we're going to be doing. Be showing him some stuff like that. Those are 2 fantastic ones to watch. Though I do have a little irk with the with Eli Roth zombie episode in the fact that he doesn't really mention well, zombie, really, not really, and that doesn't get into one of the great directors of all time, which is Fulci for that stuff. So this is the Blood Island, what's called the Blood Island Vacation. I love the Blood Island Vacation that's done here. Oh, see, Ryan, he's the reason that I became a collector. To be completely honest with you, when I was like a kid, I'd come visit my dad, and he did have all these like really cool like famous monsters of Filmland magazine. I would like pour into them, and they'd always be on like on the usually on the to give the young Aaron nightmares and stuff like that. But it was really cool stuff to see the Basil Go-Go's art in that. Oh, my dad. So whereas I'm collecting this stuff now, my dad actually got to see, and
I,
a lot of these films in
yeah,
theater.
movie since I was 5 years old. I've seen pretty much everything. I've seen all the Hammer movies. If you know Hammer movies, I've seen every one they made except for one. Universal movies. I've seen. I don't want to tell my age, but I've seen pretty much every Universal movies. So I've been going, and my mother before me was a moviegoer. So
Yeah, like it's
Same
it's
thing, right?
runs in the family. My dad's actually he's named after Glenn Ford, the actor. So that was a interesting little fact there. What's neat is that the only movie my dad didn't see, Hammer one, like of the Hammer, the whole golden age of Hammer. Um, yeah, he goes every once in a while. There's not so many good things to go see nowadays. But was it directed 87 right? You said
87 is
it was the only one you hadn't seen in theater. I would love if I could have a time machine and go back in that time in that era to see those movies when they came out. Now, did people realize at the time, like, how long before Hammer became a thing? Like when you're going to the theater to watch the Hammer films. Obviously, after a while, people knew look for Christopher, look for
Yeah.
Peter Cushing. But was it very long before like around here, before people were like kind of like you were getting seeing people like going back to see if a Peter Cushing movie came or a Christopher Lee movie came?
Well, yeah, we when I saw them first back in the I guess late 50s, they were new and new for this little city. But after a while, after they were all there, give them another 5 years, they came back again, the second run. Off them, right?
That's neat. And I've not got to see many of those in theater. Hey, Wolf, how's it going, man? And say hi.
Yeah.
See,
I think the Quatermass Experiment was the first one I saw,
Quatermass Experiment.
but it was called Creeping Unknown here.
So who's Quatermass now? Was that Brian Donlevy or is it
Brian
somebody else? Okay, because it was like the other guy afterwards. What's his name? The guy from.
Andrew Kerr, but he just did. Well, here it was called 50 Million Miles to Earth, but I think it's Quatermass in the Pit.
Yeah,
was the
over in
original, yeah.
See, I didn't see the 50 million miles to Earth. Like that was already Quatermass Pit by the time that it came out for me. And like me, for me like where I'm relatively younger. I didn't get to
A
see a
little
lot
bit,
of this
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I got to see the 80s. I'm like the slasher era, so he got to see the good stuff, the really really good stuff, like in the theater. And for me, like the only really old stuff I got to see was probably I went to in Alberta. I went to like a William Castle marathon. Went over 2 days, and that was the coolest one I got to see.
With us, it came in spurts
Nice.
like you talk about. At one point, there's nothing but biker movies. That's all. It's on the theater.
Oh yeah.
Every day you go. Then a little while after that was all the European stuff. Like the Paul Nassy stuff and the Arrow Bava stuff. Then that went away. Then you get another spurt of something else, right? That's the way it worked around here, right?
So it wasn't like not like right now where like everything's a superhero movie.
No.
Except for, but no, it got into nice like what was real genre. The stuff we're collecting now came out, and you got to see mostly in the theater. So did you see like the Barker movies, like even like the cheesy ones, like the Black Gestapo, like and and like the what was the one called the Pink something, the Pink Bikers or something like that. There's the one
No,
like
no.
really kind of strange, like quirky ones that you see out there sometimes.
Most of the ones I saw were the old ones, like William Smith ones, and
With the
yeah.
big, like Wim Smith's the big burly dude. So it was recently, if you got the Kino 7 release, it actually came out on Blu-ray recently. Ryan's folks were big moviegoers. Talked them into taking my sister and I to see Child's Play when it came out. Oh, we actually saw the original Child's Play in theater. It was me. Do you remember this? It was me, you, and Raj,
Yeah.
my cousin. We were like, there was us and one other person in that theater. So Child's Play may be popular. Hey, Rich, how's it going, man? Child's Play may be popular now, but when we went to see it, 4 people total in that entire theater. We had the theater to ourselves. Blood Island Vacation. I do have to show this because this is super cool, and I missed it on the collection, but I can always watch Dad's. And I like the neat style of the cover art there. So you guys can keep asking questions because I'm going to be like showing you guys stuff along the way. I just love the way these are done, so I did have to show these off. I do love Brain of Blood, actually. That's a really cool cover. I'm not sure if the movie's that great. Hey, B Movie Archives.
Not great, no.
Really empty cinemas, especially for reruns. Oh, Mad Dr. Blood Island. That's the best one, right?
That's the first, I think.
Yeah. And of course, Beasts of Blood. This is the most infamous one. Does my father own a film projector? Actually, one of the film projectors that I got in my collection
He's got
came
it now.
courtesy of me, of Dad. So me. So yeah, my film pretty good. Actually, my dad's here tonight, and we're talking cinema. I'm going to be showing some different sets and stuff he's got here, and you guys can ask any type of question you want. So we're going to keep it kind of free flow, and the good thing is, I'm VHS generation, and he's like pure cinema generation. So you're getting both sides, both sides of the coin. So both eras. So this is a time to ask that. Just envy people with projections and real films. Now, did you ever buy because I know back in the day, Famous Monsters and that would have these 8mm for like Dracula, horror Dracula stuff like that. Showing part of the Dad's collection. Yeah, I am. Did you ever find? Did you ever get those?
Well, yeah, I had a, first projector I bought about the back of a picture in the back of a magazine. You just a little plastic thing that worked.
Oh, really?
And I had a lot of those movies, mostly Universal stuff and horror movies mostly.
Now, did you ever own a film camera? Did you ever make anything yourself? Did you ever kind of play
No.
around with your friends or anything like that?
Oh, and what we did was audio stuff back then. I'd write a script, and
And you make
my
audio
buddies
plays?
would come in, and, where I was a musician, so we had the background music, and I'd write a script, and they'd all come to the house, we'd all have a part, and
And you'd all do
do
parts
it
of it.
just for a laugh,
That's kind of cool. See, and that actually, that's the weird part about that is so I grew up a lot with my cousin Roger, and Roger got a synthesizer, and what we would do is we'd make up little plays and stories, and we'd use the synthesizer. And the thing is, because I guess my voice is similar to the guy that did the what's the name of that thing again? It's the '80s character. He sold coke, and he had a TV. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know, Soul Coconut TV.
But he's an actor. He's a Canadian actor. He does a lot of stuff. Max Headroom. So Raj would manipulate the thing so that my voice would come in more Max Headroom-ish, and we do these Max Headroom post-apocalyptic stories and stuff like that. Just kind of weird, quirky stuff. So oddly enough, I didn't know that about my dad, but we used to do a semi-similar thing, except I wasn't fancy enough to have a guitar or any musical skills or the ability to sing. So I couldn't do that. Now this one's neat. So this one here is what kind of guitars does your father play? He's got a Fender Squier Belay Stratocaster. Bullet Stratocaster.
I had a Fender.
Yeah, Paul.
Well, the last 4 or 5 years I played bass, and I've had everything. When I was playing guitar, I had what you call an Eggstrom guitar. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a beautiful little guitar. I had a 12-string electric, and I played every type of guitar that you can imagine. Because I did for 15 years or more, I played music, so to say what kind of guitar I had everything.
Yeah. So, but see, I gained none of the musical talent that my dad had, unfortunately. Big disappointment to Dad. I have no musical talent at all.
The guy I played with in the band, he just bought a Les Paul, by the way. Just bought a Les Paul.
Now you went playing bass later on. You played you were.
I started with
usually
rhythm and singing a bit. Then I went to bass, and I liked that, so I stuck with it. So.
Then that was kind of till you pretty much hung up the guitar type.
Yeah.
But you can pretty much play You could play anything when it came to that. You were one of those people who could just pick something up and hear the song and actually start playing it,
Yeah, I
Well-
learned by ear. Yeah, I didn't learn by.
which I'm extremely jealous of. More something weird because I love this company. I gotta look into their stuff a bit more. This is a Beauties and Beasts box set. So you actually gave one of the ones from the set to somebody as a gift. So he actually replaced one of the movies with something else in this set,
Well,
right?
it was another something weird movie. So
So that's actually kind of neat. So what this originally had. What kind of music does my father like? What do you
Me,
go for it?
I like all genres. If I like a song, it could be rock, could be rhythm and blues, and it could be country. It doesn't matter. But I played it all in different bands. So
Favorite guitarist?
oh, I like Clapton.
Slow hand.
We did a lot of Clapton stuff. And first when I played with, well, he's dead now. The guy played lead with us. He was into Van Halen, Steely Dan. So we did that stuff. You know, so Doobie Brothers. But I like Clapton.
Yeah, I think
I like Harrison too, George Harrison. I like George Harrison.
Eddie Van Halen is Thomas's.
Yeah.
Who was a
But that
fantastic guitarist.
well, the guy played lead for us in the band, first band I was in. He was a big Van Halen fan. He loved him.
Yeah, well, that's one of the times when the guitarist, I guess, ruled the band over
Oh,
over
yeah.
the singer, right? But yeah, not a huge rap fan. That's like that's the
no,
one
I'm
genre
not.
you're
I'm
not
not
really
big
into.
on rap, but well, I'm from the older school. You know.
But now, which favorite
Oh God,
movie and director?
I don't know. Like I said, I did like Night of the Thunder. There's so many I like. I mean, I like Hunchback of Notre Dame with Charles Lawton. You know, there's I don't know if I got a favorite.
So if I
you know,
listed a couple directors,
And favorite director,
could you tell me what your favorite film by him is? Like, so if I say, like, for instance, if I said Hitchcock, what's like your favorite Hitchcock?
oh God.
Like, it's easy for me. It's Shadow of a Doubt. Like, everyone knows that.
Okay, thank you. I was trying to think of the name of it.
Is it really?
Shadow of the One, Joseph Cotton. I like Strangers on a Train, and
Fantastic film.
you know, I like pretty much all of his stuff. One or two I take or leave, but
Do you have a least favorite?
and I like the Italian directors. I don't know, at least his favorite when it comes to a director though. Even Ed Wood, you know, he's
Add decent stuff.
yeah.
Like, I rag on some directors. I make fun of some of the Rob Zombie stuff.
I'm
Like,
not a big Rob Zombie fan. I know the younger people are, but I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan.
but you know that being said, the way I see it is like some of it's not made for. I'm not that generation.
No.
But I still dig this. Ed Wood, the movie was great. Ed Wood, the movie was fantastic, actually.
Oh, yeah, I like
Tim
that.
Burton was
great. I love
definitely
that.
loving.
That was a
But-
good movie.
What's in this? Extra weird sampler. Is that a trailer tape?
Yeah, that was good. Sanctuary, I remember that.
See, the only one that Thomas likes is Devil's Rejects. For me, it's Lords of Salem because it
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of those like '70s style like era films, which is what he's trying to do. I'm just gonna be showing these covers. You guys keep talking about stuff. Well, I think Zombie does it much in the way like some of the other people did. Like, you know, they'll have their kind of cast actors that use over and over again. Best film of the century.
Oh, good God.
Oh, There Will Be Blood. I don't know. That's not.
I'll
by
be honest with
Christopher
you,
Nolan.
I haven't seen There Will Be Blood. Because I don't go as many movies as I used to go, you know.
There Will Be Blood. I got it. I'm trying to remember. I've seen it. I got it.
But after Century, that's
Plus his wife never. his
yeah, and
wife's
that's
cute, though.
that's the part I don't like.
She's cute. I like her. She's cute.
Cute, but I mean,
But he's not the only one to punch her movie. She was in like the Tobe Hooper version of Toolbox Murders too. Remember? She gets killed like early on, but
oh yeah, that's been the good part of the movie.
she was not bad. So like a more. So what is your? So do you have any favorites like modern films? I guess
No, Shape of Water,
Shape of Water was a fantastic film.
and that's only because I'm a big fan of the Creature from Black Lagoon.
Yeah, Creature from the Black Lagoon gets
Still
the girl.
goes back to the old style, right?
Uh,
Oh yeah, I like slashers. We watched two great ones last night and two not so great the night before.
Oh my god, that was horrible. Yeah, so we just like randomly we decided to pick some stuff to watch.
I think you should watch the one we watched the other. Was a Summer Captain Massacre.
Oh my god.
I recommend that to all of Aaron's fans out there.
It's called Caesar and Otto Summer Camp Massacre. It's different. You watch with your family, dude? You watch Shape Water with his family. Has
No,
he
I
seen
didn't.
Scalps? Yes, Dad's seen Scalps. That's for sure.
A matter of fact, I watched it 2 nights ago. Oh no, or just before you come down.
Oh, really?
And yeah,
It's not bad.
I
It's
don't
not
watch.
great.
I
but it's
don't
not-
watch movies because my wife is not a big movie watcher, so I have to watch when she's got on the bed. Then I'll sit down and watch movies.
Fred Olen, oh, yes. He's a huge Fred Olen Ray guy.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
he's on my Facebook. I
And you-
got I think poster signed by Fred Olen Ray somewhere.
oh, that's nice.
But I mean, they're cheesy stuff, but I get a kick out of it.
Best horror remake was Don. We actually had a conversation earlier about this. One of my favorites. You were original. I was remake on that when it came to the thing. Like you're still like you're more fan of the original. I like the remake of the thing, but I like them
Yeah.
both. But again, it's like what hits you when you see it. And you saw the original back in the day in the theater and that. And
Yeah.
I saw that one in theater as well, right? Oh yeah, Jallos. That's where I get a lot of my Jallo love from. It's from my dad.
Oh, I love Jellos. Love them. Yeah. I got a lot of those. Got a lot of Jellos.
Have you met any celebrities? That's a good question. Have you ever met?
No, I haven't. I met. God, what's his name now? Some guy from the Satanic Ritual Dracula here. I can't remember his name now. I got
Oh.
it. Paul, you might know. I think you met him
Yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know you're talking about Satanic Race of
He
Dracula.
used to stuntman for James Bond movies.
Oh, yeah. He did the stunt work for Raiders of the Lost Ark. Actually, he's the guy that gets shot being Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I can't remember his name. I apologize. Can't remember his name right now. You guys can Google it.
No,
Look
his
it
first
up.
name is Paul.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if he did a book or something like that.
You've met more celebrities than I have.
Oh, I've got to go to some conventions. We've got to go sometime. You got to come with me sometime to one of these. I keep trying to get my dad to go to like a convention. It's been a couple years since I've gone, but I know you'd enjoy it. Like meet some of the guys, and especially right now. Like we recently, Luke Perry's 52 years old. We lost like people like that, and it made me realize there's people that I want to see. Before they pass on. Vic Armstrong. Is that his name? I don't think that was his name.
But the guy we need to talk. No.
No, it wasn't the guy we saw. It wasn't Vic
No,
Armstrong.
I know his first name was Paul. I know that for sure.
Yeah. Because he did the James Bond films. He did like some James Bond work.
He did,
somewhere.
yeah. I got the poster I got from the Living Daylights. He did that one.
So one guy's met Jeff Bridges, which is pretty awesome. You'd like that.
Yeah, sure.
But see, I'm still picking up stuff. Next one I'm going to show you is definitely one of my dad's favorite actors, favorite guys. It's Paul Naschy. You're a huge Paul Naschy fan.
Oh yeah.
You've got the book. Like apparently, there's a really good book out about Paul Naschy, which you got. You recommended it to me several times, and we sat down and watched one night here when I was here. I think it's about a couple years ago. The Man Who Saw Frankenstein Cry, which was an amazing documentary on Paul Naschy. Great job. It really only managed to scratch the surface of like so much that he did. And if you guys haven't yet picked up the Scream Factory, Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Paul Naschy, you'd recommend those, right?
Oh, for sure.
Though I would love to see them put out more of his werewolf stuff. Actually, there's a lot
few.
that's not out.
Yeah, there's a couple there.
Have you recorded any albums? Actually, have you recorded any albums?
No.
But this one here, this is actually infamous, guys, because this sit here was done by BCI, and BCI is a company that's out of commission now. Now, if I remember correctly, Cliff McMillan, the guy that works as the acquisitions guy for Scream Factory, actually worked with this company here, and the reason that Naschy didn't go do Scream Factory for such a long time is that this company helped this box it out bankrupt them. Nobody bought it. It wasn't, unfortunately. Now, it's just a matter of timing. Naschy is really popular now, and I think anything put up by Naschy pretty much sells out right away.
Yeah.
Inquisition, you got The Devil's Incarnate, right?
Yeah.
With from Mondo Macabra, and both of those Naschy sets did really, really well. If you haven't bought them, buy them, because I would like to see them put out more, and I want Beast and the Magic Sword, which is one that's not it. But okay, give me your favorite there. So somebody recently watched Ryan there watched Night of the Werewolf,
Yeah. No, I did. That's one of his best.
one of his best.
That's a good one.
Curse the Devil's my favorite.
What you got in your hands is not one of his best.
Yes, Tomb of the Werewolf. It doesn't look like one of his best. This is one of his later ones, right?
That's Fred Olen Ray, in case somebody mentioned him before, right?
Yeah, it is Fred on the right.
Yeah.
Well, they got a few
Yeah,
people in there, like
it's a
Michelle
sleazy
Bauer.
work, but he was older and not feeling well when he did it, so you can forgive him for that.
Yeah, he had to work. Clockwork Orange. Someone just got finished watching Clockwork Orange, which is
Yeah.
actually a favorite of mine.
Oh yeah, it's good too.
So what do you think of this one? Frankenstein's Bloody Terror. I love the cover.
That was really Mark of the World. That was really the first one he did.
Oh, really?
It was actually done originally in 3D. That one was. I don't know. It was available anywhere in 3D, but it was done in 3D.
Looks like the Beast from X-Men. What about Human Beast? I don't remember this one that well. To be
No,
honest
I'm
with
not, I tell you the truth. It's been years since I even watched that one.
you. Is this a werewolf one?
No.
Is this Japanese?
Yeah, he got together with a
So
few Japanese producers and did a couple in Japan.
so this one here is like actually Japanese smash. I didn't. So Beast of Master is also
That's done in
Japanese,
Japan too.
right? That one I remember more. Horror Rises from the Tomb. I guess everybody kind of knows this one because this is usually like in the box sets.
I think it's
except-
one of his best ratings.
Yeah. But this is like actually a good remaster of it. So it's not like when you see those like those 50 or 100 movie boxes and it's
no,
cut to
no.
pieces. But this is actually a really good version of it.
Bravo.
And this I guess is pretty much as closest to Giallo that he made.
That
right?
one and Dragonfly.
Yeah, Dragonfly on Corpse, right?
So, but that one's really good too.
Blue Eyes the Broken Doll. We got like a side conversation going on about about the movie Clockwork Orange. And yes, I met Malcolm McDowell. He was actually very nice. I met McDowell at the same time that I met Shatner, and I got to meet Patrick Stewart. Shatner was probably the most friendliest. He was very Shatner-esque.
Yeah, I see him.
Now we're going to go British because one of these recently came out on a set, which came out on its own, I think. Pretty sure it did. So this is from Elite. I'm trying to remember this. So this is the British horror set. Human Beast is on Scream Factory's Nasty Collection 1. I didn't know that. Actually, I got Collection 2. I don't have Volume 1 yet. I'm still looking for Volume 1. So there's some neat stuff on here. One of the reasons I wanted to pick this one up was because this one here, I think this was re-released recently, is Tower of Evil. And it might have been by, I'm not sure who it was done by. It could have been by, you guys can tell me. It might have been like Code Red or, I'm not quite sure, but I remember this one like actually being shown somewhere recently. And I can't remember who put it out again. But this recently came out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I think it had another name too, or on Snape Island or something like that. That came up with a different name too at one time.
That's kind of neat the way when they do it like that. So I love the inside of this one here. You know, there's other ones, but if you guys know, if anyone knows, aside from Stanley Kubrick, who put this one out, see, I'm gonna let me know because this one recently came out again. It's got a slightly different cover. Horror Hospital. I don't remember this one. Is Goff? Is Goff
Michael
in this one?
Goff, yeah.
It is Michael Goff. Okay, so I did remember that. So Michael Goff's in this one here. I love the artwork on it. See, some Blu-rays don't have the artwork that recently came out. In Seminoid. It's been years. I can't show this one. It's got nudity on it, but you just gotta believe me. Seminoid's in here, and this is a different looking one. Actually, I think I got this one. I didn't get it in the set though. Bryant Halliday's in it, and that is Curse of the Voodoo. Of the Voodoo.
It's cheesy little box set, but it's fun.
Michael Goff is great.
You know, he overdoes it as usual, but it's good. You know.
He's fun. Like my favorite from him, like I guess if you want him as like the bad guy type of role, I really like Horrors in the Black Museum. That's always been like a favorite Goff one of mine. He's just so delightfully like almost pantomime in his evilness, and I love the opening sequence. Oh, Bronaflix, thank you, Ryan. See, somebody's actually listening here. When I ask these questions,
Yeah,
Ryan,
right.
you rock.
I like him too, and a fan of the opera. Michael Gough met.
Yeah.
Another one I bought recently too on Blu-ray, Berserk with Joan Collins.
Did you? Which? Did
I
you
even
get
got Trog with Michael Gough.
Trog.
So,
You are a diehard fan. Like cheesy movies, we don't have anything else to watch. Your literal name is B Movie Archive, so you must like cheesy movies a bit. I know I do. I'm about to show you one that was mentioned on my channel, actually on my Instagram, because I was watching a movie and they showed the poster for this on my Instagram, the background with it.
cover's not okay.
No, there's nothing on the cover. I'll make sure. Also, does my father use the internet? Oh yes, yes, my dad does use the internet a lot. Probably more than me actually. So in a different way. So this is Thriller: Cruel Picture. This was a limited edition. I'm super jealous of this one. This is the Synapse edition, and this is the one that has the harder core sequences in the film.
Yeah, I usually close my eyes in those parts.
Yeah, yes, just to be sure. Your all-time favorite is Microwave Massacre. The Arrow put that out recently, didn't they?
I didn't see that, but it's on one of the. I think it's on one of the channels I got here.
Worth checking out, guys. Now there is a. I wouldn't. This is not an adult film. It just has some sequences that are harder. I guess it has more harder stuff than others.
Yeah, it's not for strictly.
But it's not for not for kids.
No,
But,
no.
like this is Christina Lindbergh. Who you're not going to see. You're never going to hear the word Christina Lindbergh and say, "Well, that's a family film."
No.
But because she is one of those like. She's guaranteed nudity. It's like Jenny Agutter. If you see Jenny Agutter in a film, there's probably nudity within that film somewhere, or like later Joan Collins stuff or something like people that you would normally see.
No. This is much.
Oh no, it's much worse than that.
Much worse than.
Yes,
Yeah.
and this is like a revenge film, like of the revenge genre. Thriller. This is a really good film, an eye torture movie. I'm a huge fan of this one. Synapse put this out. This one's not available anymore, is it? Is this available, guys? I don't think it is.
I don't know.
If it is, I gotta get it.
I think it is, I say.
Now, the one I picked up here, and you said that you really haven't checked it out yet, and I was really curious about this one. Would you leave her clothes on for artistic reasons? Only for artistic
Right.
reasons.
That's absolutely true.
Jack Vernon is great and recently found he voiced Frosty the Snowman. That's true, actually. It is true.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah, he did.
Is there another name for Thriller? There is another name for Thriller, actually.
I don't know what it is, but I think.
But
right.
you're
I
you're
can't
not. You
remember
are
now.
correct. I'm gonna peek and see if it says on the back of the box. I'm gonna cheat. The Collar One Eye. It's also called The Collar
Yeah.
One Eye. Over 20 minutes of additional footage, graphic, sex, violence, and action intact. So if you guys like that type of stuff, check it out. Next up here, and this is Antonio Margheriti. The Collar One Eye. It's called The Collar One Eye. And this is Naked You Die. When I think extreme eye torture, I think Fulci. I just do. That zombie sequence, slow. Now you said have you seen this one yet, or?
Yeah, I watched it. It's a nice little giallo. It's not bad.
I don't
It's
know
worth
this
a
one.
watch.
I'll be honest with you. I don't remember this one.
Got Mark Damon. He's an American actor that went to Italy and did mostly spaghetti westerns, but he did do a couple of giallo.
Yeah, like he did lots of what Mark Damon did, didn't he? Right?
Yeah.
Like that's where he did his like majority. That's where he became really
he-
famous at.
Yeah.
Now what's cool? This is by Margheriti, otherwise known I guess as Anthony Dawson.
Yeah.
They'd often use over here. So where'd you grab this one? Was this one online, or did you find this one at
No,
like
I
the
got that
shop?
on Amazon.
It's a Dark Sky release, and be honest, I don't think I've seen this one. Apparently, this edition is uncut for the first time. Oh, thanks for coming in, Thomas, and I'll see you here again next time. I lose people as they have to go do things like go to work and stuff like that. They
Gotcha.
they all disappear on me. Now here's some different ones I want to show. This one is like. Who put this one out? Fangoria. I just thought this was an odd one. It's a Paul Nash one. I'm guessing this is a later Paul Nash one. What's my dad's favorite format? That's a good question, actually, Rich. So, what's your favorite format? Like, DVD, Blu-ray, VHS, Laserdisc, CD. What'd you say, like collecting wise?
Well, I collect mostly Blu-ray and DVD. I mean, I've seen a lot of Laserdisc, but it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I think
When the VHS was out, I collected VHS.
you got a huge VHS collection.
I did at
You had a
one
really
time, yeah.
impressive VHS collection. But yeah, so yeah, I guess Laserdisc. Oh, it's not Laserdisc. I guess DVD and Blu-ray is his favorites now. Oh, my dad's a huge Paul Naschy fan.
Now
Well, that's
that
how I
one-
found out about Paul
That's a
Naschy.
different one. That's about. It's almost about an award show where this guy's getting an award for his years, of making horror movies. So it's a little like an autobiography in a sense, but it's worth seeing for that. There's a few scenes that you'd have to see the movie to understand it. There's a few scenes in it that we're getting it for, but he does a good job in it.
So this is a Media Blasters release. Now was this one of his later ones, or
I can't remember what year. Yeah, it's a later one.
you notice he kind of looks like Coffin Joe. He's got that kind of style look to him right there, or at least
Well,
in the picture.
he does different. He's supposed to be an actor doing different movies. That could be a Jack the Ripper movie. So he's got different disguises in the movie. Different.
Oh, okay. So is this sort of like? Do you remember? Oh God, what was the name of the movie?
No, it's not like Alice the Devil. That's what you
No,
mean.
no. Actually, not Naschy one. The one with Dennis Christopher, Fade to Black. Except that he was a movie lover and he just dressed up as different like movie characters when he
No,
killed.
well, in this
like,
one, his roles that he played.
roles that he played. Yeah, my dad has a lot of the Paul Naschy stuff. Now, I'm just a huge fan of this, so I had to bring this one down. What's your favorite era, Phil? Which is actually really great question.
Oh, era. Oh gosh,
What do you think? What's the golden age to you, man?
gosh. The '60s and the '70s when it comes to the horror movies. Like that's when the Hammer came out in the late '50s, and I guess so did a lot of the Euro stuff. So
The kind of like the
I
Euro
say you
stuff. Like
drop between the late '50s and the '70s. But I still like the '40s. It's like the Universal stuff too. That goes way back.
but it's like the 50s and 60s are kind of what hit you, like, is when you were really watching a lot,
Yeah.
like when stuff came out of you. It's a hard question. We'll try it as a hard question.
Yeah.
Good question. Though.
Cause every year got its.
Oh, your least
Good
favorite
stuff.
era? Like that's a hard one.
My least favorite era. Let me see.
Don't say the
I-
80s.
I
Don't
might
say
have slipped through the early '80s. Good, that's a lot of good slasher stuff.
fantastic.
I think I
slashers.
might have slipped through the '90s. I'm not sure.
I would probably say for me,
I like the
I'm gonna
old
go with the
stuff.
2000s. But
Yeah, not my the later stuff. Hit and miss. That's what I found.
yeah, like the 90s, I find there's actually better stuff when you reevaluate it. But I'll be honest with you, like especially for early 90s music wise, for me, I guess
The
much
older
like you.
stuff was more consistent.
Yeah, definitely. Consistency was there.
In the '90s,
Quality was there.
in the '90s, up to now, 1 out of 10 might be great, or less even.
Now we got like a good time and a not so good time, like some different stuff. So, on a completely non-horror one, because I just want to put this one in here, because I actually really like this. This is George Saunders, right? Is this George Saunders in there?
No, he's only in one. I think
He's only
It's
one
his
of them.
brother, Tom Conway, which is his brother in real life.
Yeah, because this right.
He did
he's
the Falcon series. Yeah.
So this is the Falcon series.
There's another. Now there is another DVD with George Saunders in it. I think it might be Volume 2 I got here.
This is volume 1 here, actually.
Volume 1. Okay,
Yeah,
there's
so-
a Volume 2 or something.
Yeah, there's a volume 2.
I think.
So we got like 7. Wow. Okay. So the gay Falcon. It meant something else back then, guys. A date with the Falcon. The Falcon takes over. The Falcon's brother. Brothers playing brothers. The Falcon strikes back. The Falcon in danger, and the Falcon and the Coheads. I love these type of sets. I love these mystery sets. And when you said the brother thing, that always takes me back to that serial. I think it was called Spy Smasher. Do you remember that one?
Sure.
Where they're twin brothers, and like early on in the serial, the guy that's the Spy Smasher gets killed, and his twin brother has to take over. That always like blew my mind when I was young, because you don't expect the hero to die in the serial. They always survive, right?
Yeah.
The whole like misery. There's a whole sequence where she's like, in Rocketman, they weren't playing fair.
Yeah. Serials were fun, I must say.
Okay, so this is an Intervision title. What's my father's least favorite actor, and then favorite favorite actress, least favorite. So favorite and least favorite actor and actress.
Oh my God, least favorite actor. I don't know. I truly don't know. The guy we watched last night. I don't know what his name was, but I have to say, if you ever watched Summer Camp Massacre, you'll know what I mean.
Yeah.
An actress. I don't know if I had a favorite actress. I
Oh,
like
hi,
Jennifer
Mark.
Jason Leigh in the fairly newer ones.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
In the shallow ones, I like Rosalba Neary, which I collect her stuff.
I'm an image finish guy, but I do like Rosanna.
But least favorite actress, I don't know. Got least favorite actress. I don't really pay a lot of attention to.
The Room actor was the worst. Dave Katana, I still tell you, go watch Things. It's much worse.
The room actor.
Yeah, like Tommy Wiseau. Yeah, no, you can't act very well. The guy from Things, I don't even know. I don't even know, man.
Well, Tommy Wiseau, I don't know. Did you see Samurai Cop 2?
Yeah, see when they got like
Yeah, he really emotes in that one. At the end of it, I go,
thespian. So yeah, you got some Intervision stuff. I actually got to get more of their stuff. So this is the jail, the women's hell. Who did this? Is this Mattei? It is. It is Bruno Mattei.
I have to be honest with you. The best part are the
Cary
extras.
Grant. Really?
Yeah.
You like Wolf likes Cary Grant, which
Oh, I
is a
love Cary Grant. Cary Grant's
fantastic choice.
He's a underrated actor, as far as I'm concerned.
Have you seen the movie Hell Ride? It's a
biker movie. I think
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, I'm trying to think who acted now. Not Michael Madsen or somebody that I can't think of his name now.
Something like that, yeah.
Someone like that. Yeah.
I don't remember it. I know I saw it, but it didn't stick with me.
No,
One didn't stick with me.
I saw it once. I can't really remember off, but I did see it.
I like the classic biker movie stuff. Like a lot of the stuff, some of the stuff, the genres that I like now is influenced, good or bad, by him. So the really cheesy bad stuff that I like, he kind of had a hand
You mean
in
you
that.
didn't like the best biker movie of all, Satan Satis?
Satan Says.
Oh God, you all got to watch that one. Russ
And-
Tamlin.
Russ
I'm a big Russ Tamlin fan. Too.
he was a song dance man.
Yeah.
He was the Hugh Jackman of his time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's your least favorite movie. Yeah, I would have to say when it comes to that style of stuff, though. What about like if you were watching Satan Sadist, would you like kind of like put it with what would you double feature that with? Something with Arch Hall, maybe.
Well, it's
Psychomania?
L. Adamson movie. So
Maybe Psychomania.
it's L. Adamson movie. So you'd
It's kind of different.
I don't know. Hell's Angels on Wheels, probably.
Essential Wheels, that's a good one. Satan Sats is a classic. Well, it is. So this got me curious, because I've heard about this, but I don't think I've ever seen this. If I did, it's a long, 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 long time ago.
I bought it for Centerfold Girls. I didn't watch Bonnie's Kids, so I don't know much about that one. That's on there because I'm a big Leo Gordon fan.
Now,
He's a bad guy.
see this? This one here I would love because I'm a soap opera fan. So there's a girl in this named Robin Madsen, and she's been on a lot of soap operas. But I guess you probably know her best from like General Hospital. She played like Franco. I think she was
Yeah, I
Franco's
got her on
fake mom or
another
something like that, right?
Movie, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Upstairs.
But this is like I know she's in the Nurses, and she does like a nude scene.
I got
and was
one, not
excited.
Macon County line, but one like that, right? I got a double feature.
Oh, Rich actually just watched Bonnie's Kids. Did you like it, Rich? See if you can inspire my dad to actually watch it. Aldo Ray's in Centerfold Girls.
Oh, I like Center that was directed by Ray Dayton. I used to like him acting, right?
What do I know him from?
Andrew Prine is the bad guy. And
I
like
love
him.
Andrew Prine.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Andrew Prine
that's
fan.
what I got it for.
Andrew Prine is one of those guys that I will watch a movie for.
Yeah.
Was all right.
It's a good.
But didn't Robin Madsen, didn't she like Shine? You're like wondering which one's Robin Madsen?
Yeah.
She's one of them. One of Bonnie's kids. So I picked this one on purpose because I knew my dad's like a huge fan of these films, and we actually just spoke about it earlier. And this is comedy. It's like different outside of it. Anyways,
Well, like I said, I like all genres. You know what the
favorite TV show. Okay,
my favorite TV show. My gosh,
what do you think's the best era of TV? I bet I know that one.
I don't watch much TV now. I'll be honest with you. I don't watch a lot of TV now, so I don't have a special series. Back in my day, I mean,
Like what we should go to? Like what would if you say like if you could have any show like the complete series Like Daikatana mentions the Twilight Zone.
Oh, I love the Twilight Zone.
So I was a huge
Love
Twilight.
the Twilight Zone. Yeah, it's one of the best ones. One of the better ones. I like that.
I'm used to it. I'm an Outer Limits fan.
Outer
I like the
Limits.
classic
I
Limits.
watched Outer
It's
Limits
good
too. Yeah, I watched everything back in the early days. You know,
Yeah.
it could have been the Untouchables. It could have been, you know, it could have been the Rifleman. You know,
Rifleman.
whatever hits me. You know, it's this any genre. Like I said, if I like the show, I'll
Yeah.
watch it. You know, it could be the Munsters. I like the Munsters. You know,
Anytime somebody mentions the Rifleman, I remember the scene from like. Do you remember this from like Married with Children? And he's watching like Al's watching the Rifleman, and Bud comes in and he says, "God, why does he have that like weird like happy look on his face?" Yeah, at the beginning of the show
Yeah.
when he's shooting the rifle, he's like, "It's because he's killing his wife." It's really cool. Yeah, I have like I don't know if I got the Rifleman series. I really like, and I did not see this when it came out, obviously. I love the era TV westerns, and
well, a horror fan, I like the Night Stalker. So
Night Stalker
for sure,
awesome.
you know, with
Yeah.
Darren McGavin.
I would love to see them, and it's been a long time since I've seen it, but pre-Night Stalker, the one that they did before, the Norless tapes, and it's never come out on on Blu-ray. Don't even know if it's come out on DVD. That's the one that came out that he did before.
I think it was on DVD at one time. I heard somewhere, not recently, about it. I don't know.
But Norless tapes?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good question. My favorite movie is Black Christmas. What do you think of Black Christmas?
Oh, I love it. One of my best.
Yeah.
One of the best. The original, and not the remake. It's the original one.
Oh yeah, forget the remake. What's your current favorite TV show?
I
you have
don't
one?
know. I don't know if I got a current TV show. To be honest with you, I don't think I do.
My dad watches The Voice. Like he likes that.
I watch more movies than I do TV. Like my wife watches a lot of TV, but
Yeah. You just
I
gotta
watch
you just
more
kind of
movies.
get caught into like
Yeah.
whatever's on television, so basically.
yeah. She
Your
gets
favorite
the TV.
comedy?
I got to watch what she watches.
Do you have a favorite comedy?
Oh my God, you're getting into the comedy now.
So one of his favorite like things here is Carry On. I know that.
I like the British humor.
So
I
he
do
likes
like
British humor. Where Dad grew up with Carry On, I got to see Carry On like I think it would come on like usually Saturdays or Sundays when I was up in Ontario. I think they would show like these. Carry On Camping was probably the first one I saw. Did you see these in theater?
Pretty much most of them, except for maybe one or two. I saw most all in the theater.
So like this is the British side. This has everyone on it, including that Carry On Emmanuel, which was the last one. It's actually a really hard one to get. Hey, Rich is Benny Hill all the way.
Yeah, Benny always fun too.
Yeah, I love Benny Hill.
You know, like anything with Rowan Atkinson, like Mr. Bean.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I
I'm
still
Monty
like the
Python.
British stuff. You know.
Monty Python.
Yeah.
And I still think like
Yeah.
there's a couple of like British shows that actually are probably hands on the what I think are the funniest sitcoms of all time, and that's Fawlty Towers,
Yeah, it's good too. Yeah.
which I really love. And there's also which I'm not sure if you watched it or not because it was the later one, it's the '70s, but it was like Only Fools and Horses with God, it was great. That was a great one. If you haven't, we got to watch it. This is every Carry On film. It even has the special. That's Carry On that they did on. That's a TV special, right?
Yeah, so you've got Christmas shows. It's got everything.
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much
got like
on
everything. There's like 30 audio wow, this is big, guys. It's got 30 audio commentaries, all 13 episodes of the TV series, which I only found out about by buying like some sets and they put them in and there's a TV thing on it. Archive interviews with Sid James, Terry Scott, Kenneth Williams, Phil Silvers. That's right, Phil Silvers did one, right? The Carry On Camel, right? Location feature with June Whitfield. The official 40th anniversary documentary, What's the Carry On? Techless footage from Carry On Jack and Carry On Spying. An alternate director's cut presentation on Carry On England. I didn't know that. And extensive production notes for all 30 films and stills gallery. So this is a massive set, guys. It's something I would definitely recommend. David Jason, thank you. I'm a huge David Jason fan. Does my dad watch all the special features and listen to the commentaries?
But to be honest, not all of them. I do watch, if they got documentaries on them, and I watch some of the commentaries. I listen to some of the commentaries. And the interviews for sure.
Oh yeah. It's like you're more, you want like your movie first, and then you dive into the features a bit more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm a features guy. My dad knows I'm a features geek.
Yeah, you didn't miss much with Emmanuel or Columbus. But
They weren't the best, but you know, who was Emmanuel?
I know some French actress or something.
So it
like
wasn't like a regular.
It was pretty racy, to be honest, with a lot of nudity in it.
Yeah, because their early
More
stuff
than you do
was more-
usually see in the Carry On movie, right?
like their early stuff was really more like double entendre, like you know the body.
And I mean,
hospitals
you know,
and-
who wants to see Kenneth Williams nude? And, you know,
Does my father like Criterion? There's a good question for you.
oh yeah, I've got some Criterion. Not as much now as Aaron's got, but I do have a few of them.
Well, you got some good Criterions. You got Equinox and stuff like that too.
That's Fiend Without a Face.
Into
and,
the face, some classic stuff. Sylvia Crystal. No, she was on. Unfortunately, she was not in the Carry On
No.
Emmanuel. It would have been a much better
She
movie.
only did a couple manuals on, because I've got a lot of Manuel movies too, but she did, I think, 2 or 3, not very many.
But oh, I'm actually, I don't really talk about like stuff like that on here, Town. But I will say this, totally out of quotes taken totally out of context. Captain Marvel's going to do well, I think. It looks really good. Does my do you like? Oh yes,
Oh yeah, I got
Barbara Steele. He loves
I got
Barbara
a
Steele.
lot of Barbara Steele movies. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like Barbara Steele.
You were like a, you probably got me into Barbara Steele. To be honest with you, I used to think when I first watched her, I used to think like she was like an Italian actress because she has those dark
She
features.
had a look, yeah.
But she's actually, she's
She's
British,
British, yeah.
right? But it was actually really cool to see that. And did she have any fame in Britain before going over? She mostly in Italian, right?
Yeah, she stuck with it too. I'm not sure, no. Someone said that Black Sunday, somebody dubbed her voice first, the first version of it.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I'm not sure who did it though. You guys probably know, but I'm not quite sure who dubbed her voice for that. Why would you dub over somebody who actually speaks English? The saddest. Did you watch it? Of course you did.
Art Child Jr. Oh,
Art Child
yeah.
Jr. If Art Child Jr. was in it, we've probably seen it. Like no word of a lie.
What
we
a cool
both-
guy.
Yiga? Remember Yiga?
He got.
Yiga's
he
awesome.
did a few.
He did the. How long you been collecting movies? Would you say?
Oh my gosh, longer than most people here. What, 30 odd years maybe or more?
Yeah, at least more.
I'd go 30
Over
years,
30
over
years.
30 years.
You've been collecting since the VHS days, right?
Oh yeah.
Now, did you ever like before VHS were CED was usually people more rented those where those were those big like disc things.
Yeah. Well, way back, I was like your best. Way back, I dubbed them, and I've got cases and cases of DVD-Rs, not counting movies I got, but
Like stuff that just wasn't available.
8 or
to get.
9 cases right full of DVD-Rs.
Yeah, because those things weren't like the thing back then. They weren't available to get. But now everything's coming out. Like there's all these genre companies that are actually bringing the stuff out. How many movies did your father own? I don't know.
Not as much as Aaron, I'll be honest with you. I'm more selective of what I get, but
It's not. Well, it's you used to have a much wider collection.
well, back
Originally.
in the day, first when I started, when DVD-Rs weren't the thing. I don't know if they were illegal or not back then, but I had sort of
They
an
were.
online site, and I was selling movies, and I sold, as Aaron knows, movies to the malls around here.
Yeah,
Hard, and
you know,
people
stuff
wanted,
that you couldn't buy.
and people
stuff like
wanted hard to find movies. I used to find them and put them on DVD and do the cover, the whole.
that. Because they weren't available
labels,
on
right, they
DVD or
weren't available.
VHS or anything like that.
Some I sold on eBay, and
Yeah.
now they're all available.
Now you can't because everything's available.
Everything you got, yeah.
But we also were able to buy from stores.
That's
and like
right,
from,
yeah.
from other people. So we had stuff like, well, I know one of our biggest things at the time was there's a movie, Chris Christopherson movie actually called Convoy, which is actually, you can buy like a $5 bin now.
Oh yeah.
But Convoy, we got the VHS of Convoy. Convoy was awesome. So one that your other loves or hates that we're on the opposite sides of. I'm sure there's a lot actually.
Oh my,
Um,
quite a few.
We could be like we could do like a Siskel and Ebert
Oh, yeah.
style program. Who would you be, Siskel or Ebert? Who do you think?
Oh, I want to be the bad guy.
Who's the bad guy?
I want to be the negative guy. I guess.
Oh, then you're Ebert.
Ebert, and
'Cause
okay.
I'm Cisco because Cisco likes the yes, by Peckinpah, yeah. That was actually a really hard one to find for a long time.
Yeah, but Sam Peckinpah now. I like all his stuff now. I'm a big fan of him.
Did you get Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia from Arrow yet?
No, I've got it down. I've got it.
No, you need it.
Downloaded. I
It's
didn't
not
buy
the
it.
same. You need it. It's got like this huge documentary, like this, like it's over 2 hour long documentary on Sam Peckinpah and 10 hours of bonus interviews.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's really worth picking up.
Ah, somebody don't like the movie.
It's
There you
okay.
go.
dude.
Hey, all right, kick.
So everybody has
All right,
different
Krubeck
ones.
lover. There you go.
Oh,
See, now you say
Tomba, yeah.
we're disagreeing already.
see, but that's the thing. That's the thing. There's certain movies that people are not just aren't gonna like. But that's the thing. There's so many different stuff out there. There's something for everybody.
I don't think Sam Peckinpah was
Who did
a
Convoy?
woman lover. He
You
didn't,
don't
he
say.
Didn't, he didn't give
I-
the women a good, except for maybe, what's the one, Battle of Cable Oak, I think.
You maybe.
She
yeah.
got a bit of respect in that one a little bit, but
Oh, nobody can like everything. That's
But
the
I
thing.
did like Stride Eye, which is pretty controversial. I like that one. And I like Ride Eye Country, the Western
Right,
one
that
he
country
did.
is really good.
Well, most of his stuff, really.
So now that I got you on here, one of the
But
things.
I did not like Convoy that much, I'll be honest with you.
So yeah, did I? Stella Stevens.
Oh, don't talk about her.
You're a huge Stella Stevens
Yeah.
fan, aren't you?
That's the reason I would buy a cable hawk for Stella Stevens. Yeah, I like Stella Stevens.
But like, so Sam Peckinpah's one of those guys that like kind of like definitely gets it's controversial, misogyny stuff like that, for sure. It's not like it's not hidden in his
No,
films.
for sure.
It's not like I wonder. Apparently, you have good taste.
Thank you, sir.
Do you like Andrew Stevens?
I
Films?
I do. I like He's in 10 to Midnight with Bronson, which I like.
A fantastic film.
Yes, I like.
Great Scream Factory edition came out just recently.
As soon as it drops, I had to get it.
The Wild Bunch is getting remade. What's your favorite movie?
Well,
comedy? What do you-
I don't know. When I was younger, I like Universal because Universal had all the film noir, and they had, well, no Warner Brothers had film noir, but
I think what they mean though is like, what's your favorite like collecting company, like Arrow, Screen
Oh,
Factory, Criterion, that type of thing.
I like Arrow and I like Kino.
Kino's great. Kino does
Yeah.
a lot of good stuff. They're underrated.
And their price is reasonable.
But
and
of
if you
course,
want to get a little strange, I do like Vinegar Syndrome. I got a lot of their stuff.
say, Mr. Vinegar Syndrome right here, and Dad knows that I love this. Now Dad has a lot of Vinegar Syndrome stuff too. I was upstairs. I was actually going to pick some out. I'm like, will Dad feel comfortable talking about his Vinegar Syndrome collection?
No,
So
I
didn't
don't want
go
you to
with that.
pick my Vinegar Syndrome collection. It's not for everyone, though.
Why would you remake the Wild Bunch?
I don't know if I would.
Money.
Yeah,
That's
that's the
what-
only reason, because the cast was, you will never get that cast back again. There's nobody to compete with the cast of Wild Bunch.
Well, they did like with Magnificent Seven. They tried. Yeah, it wasn't as
And
good.
it didn't work. You can't
It was so
beat that cast.
Yeah.
You know?
It seemed like a TV movie.
Yeah. No, I would not even think about remaking it.
I was like redoing Castle. I would never. I would, or Citizen Kane.
I like
Well,
Italian
I
films,
see.
like Giallo. I've got a lot of Japanese films too, because I do like
Yeah.
the martial arts stuff. So I got a lot of that, but I like Italian, and I've got some different places.
Like there's
I agree with that. No, we do have original thoughts now. I agree with that.
I think there's stuff out there. It's just it doesn't get the attention. Like if somebody says, "I'm making this brand new thriller with Joe Blow," like Entertainment Tonight doesn't pick that up. Mel Gibson says, I'm remaking The Wild Bunch." Then people like they kind of. I think that's the thing. Is like you've got a built-in either audience or built-in outrage. So people, you got eyes looking at the screen, which is a shame. Which makes it seem like people don't have confidence in what they're making. Because if they were confident in what they're doing, they wouldn't have to like just go for the cheap buck, go for the remake. Now there's some great remakes out there. It's just that we don't need all remakes. Doesn't like Magnificent Seven. Oh, dude, it's one of my favorites, man.
I like it. Now I like the Seven Samurai too. I like both
Both
of
of
them.
them are fantastic.
Both
Yeah.
of them are good. Yeah.
High and Low was a really underrated Akira Kurosawa film. That's the one that kind of like was based on the Emmett Bain novel.
I don't know if I've seen it. I'll be honest with you.
It's a good one. If
I've
you
seen
haven't,
a lot
it's
of his
worth
stuff,
checking out. That's with the kidnapping.
Okay. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know much about it. But I know the one.
Now, see, I know you're like I joked early on. I know it's fantastic, but that you grabbed the Bergman set. You're not a huge Ingmar Bergman fan, to be honest, right? You're like
Well, I like some, but not all. But so, and the set is quite high price for me. But now, if you're a big Bergman fan, I suppose you'd buy it.
yeah, like the things that well, you're a bigger Bergman fan than Hinge. She doesn't like any of his stuff.
No.
No, like nothing. But that's what I don't have to say actually. But I'm hoping, and I think a lot of people on here are hoping, that if Criterion does another mega set like that, a Blu-ray set, it's got to be Kurosawa.
Yeah.
Like, I think with that we'd both buy that one, like
Yeah.
pretty much sight unseen, and that would be an expensive one too. Because he did like a DVD set back in the day.
Well, back when I was doing DVDRs for people, I had friends that I had a guy that's all he wanted. I had to search high and low. This was years ago to find Kurosawa stuff for him.
Oh,
And
I know you're
I
talking
did just about every one that he made, I think I found for him.
Well, a lot of stuff was hard to find. That's just now
Yeah.
pre-Criterion
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
That's the
Well,
thing,
it's
right?
hard to find.
There were times, guys, when we could not just go online and find these movies to buy anywhere. Like there's like pre Scream Factory and pre like any of this stuff when like von Sternberg. Hey, do you like von Sternberg? Joseph von Sternberg.
It's some, you know, I'm a little picky, but I never. What's this here?
I think that set is an amazing set. It's an amazing way to do it. I'm not quite sure. Like I know that you saw. Are you familiar with what the way they put the set out?
No, I don't know a lot about Sony. What you told me about.
So basically, it's but like half it's this huge like coffee table book, and the other half are the films. And what's really neat about it is that they curate the set. It's not done by like chronologically. It's done as a film festival. So they curate it like you're watching these movies in like in a kind of a film
Okay.
festival order, which is really neat. You know, really neat way to see the films and experience them. Yeah, Video Search Miami was our friend back in the day.
Yeah, I dealt with them.
Yeah.
I dealt with Something Weird Video, and I'm trying to think of another. I can't think of it now. There was one place I actually gave them movies to use that I had
Yeah.
that were rare. So I can't think of the place now, but I think it was Incredibly Strange or
Adrian.
something like that. I believe. I'm not sure now.
Welcome to the movie club. Say hi to Adrian, guys.
Oh, Australia.
A place that I desperately want to visit.
My aunt was there, and she said really nice. Really liked it.
Even though I saw Wake, Fright, I still want to go there. Dietrich said that Sternberg was the only genius she worked for, except for Orson Welles, which was Harsh and Billy Wilder. Have you? I'm trying to get him to go over to Morocco. He hasn't been there yet.
I haven't been there. My wife will not fly. I've done everything, as Aaron knows, to try to get her to get on a plane. I cannot. So if I go, I'll probably be going by myself.
Yeah. So I want to get that over to Morocco because I want him to get there, like, and hopefully once we go there, maybe we can go over to London or something like that as well. Okay, it's
Yeah,
not
I like
that
that.
long of a flight.
Yeah.
That's the story as me are Canadians as well. Works well. That's because we have similar, like, I want to like perpetuate the hard drinking habits.
Well, I got a.
But
I bought
That's
a what do you call it? A book on your ancestry and all that stuff one
Yeah.
time, and I said that there was a lot of pins apparently in Australia. If it's true or not, I don't know, but
probably our
And-
criminal side.
yeah. Well, yes.
I'm not going to
How
judge
did you know that?
because
I think I'm related to Bonnie and Clyde. I don't know. That'll put me in there.
yeah, you are actually. As my father, no, actually, he's. Not, I don't think he's been in Bay Street Video. That was more of a that wasn't around when he was up in
No.
Ontario. No, he's been down Toronto and
Well,
Ontario.
yeah, I've been
Spent
to
a lot
lots
of time
of
there.
video stores up there, but not. I can't remember that one.
But I don't think that was around when Dad was there. My first time going there was recent. You'd love it though. It's a really great store. And I do like any time that they Bay Street Video. If you guys are in Toronto, check them out. Stores I recommend Bay Street Video in Toronto, Covenant Gardens, the FOP in Covenant Gardens, definitely a good place to go. Yeah, see, and that's well, Adrian, as somebody that whose family comes from like probably a long line of convicts, that's actually very true. I joke about it, but I'm not kidding. Our you know it's our family legacy. We're kind of the black sheep, I guess.
God knows.
No crime for us. We're
That's
the
why
black
we like
sheep.
all those movies. These strange
Yeah,
movies. Yeah.
Exactly right.
That's why you go for the Jello.
Oh, I love the Giallo stuff. You guys know I love Giallo stuff. My dad actually just ordered some Severance stuff. So, because my dad's birthday is coming up.
Do not mention age.
It's going to be on the 14th. So say happy birthday to my dad because probably not going to be here on the 14th, guys. So say happy early birthday to my dad. What he's got coming from
Hemisphere collection.
yeah, is the Hemisphere collection, and also the you got like the all the colors of Giallo. Happy on birthday! I like that. Actually. And you got the What was the other one? The cheesy. You had an Interfish one, didn't you? Double feature.
Murder Lust. Whatever.
Murder
I
Lust
have
is
no
something
idea
else.
what it is.
It's just like it looks like a cheesy one.
Just
It'll be,
threw it in.
it'll go great with your
Blood identification.
with the gel, the women's hell. Steal this one, it's Bruno Mattei. He's so he's underrated. He's like Claudio Fragasso. They're both underrated. Now with Happy Birthday thing, I was going to grab some more stuff, but we gotta do some like some movie watching tonight, or I lose my movie cred, or the movie fairy comes in, and like it's like Cinderella, right? And like says after 12, bam, type of thing. So this was actually went on longer than I expected to go tonight. And I want to thank my dad. What is your father's favorite movie in my collection? Oh.
He showed me some great stuff. I'll tell you that.
Is it Things, Dad? Is it Things?
Oh my gosh.
I know I do have a big.
He's
collection.
got everything, so it's hard to say. You'd have to see his collection to believe it. And I'm being honest. It's unbelievable what he's got.
It's like it's my can't say they're my babies. My kids are my babies, and there's my cats.
And Escape from Hell, yeah, I do have that movie.
But again, thank you guys so much for coming in tonight, and I thank my dad for coming on here. He wasn't sure at first, but he did fantastic, and hopefully I can get him on here again as well. So you guys, comment and say that you want my dad back on here.
No pits right now. I had 2 cats, but they passed on.
Fantastic cats too, and we miss them. But there we go. See, you did a great job.
Thank you, sir.
And apparently, they want you back, so we'll have you back on here again. So thank you guys for watching. I'm actually not in my home tonight, as you can see. Have a great evening there. I'm Aaron. This is my dad. This is like the OG when it comes to the collecting. And you guys are the movie club. You guys are awesome. Definitely thank you and hit that like button. It means a lot. And share, share, share. As always, if you got Twitter, tweet this video. And have a great evening, guys. I'll see you guys later. Let's go set up your shutter.